Hey friends, I got a bonus video for you here. Going to talk about the rapture a little bit and about the end times and the big war that's going to happen right after the rapture. Y'all, a lot of people, every time I do a video, on the rapture, I always have comments, oh, it's going to happen on such and such holiday or such and such feast. It may, it could, but making predictions like that is setting a date and a time because we know when those holidays or those feasts are, and it has taken away the imminency of the rapture. The rapture is imminent. It could happen at any moment. And if you say, or if people say it's not going to happen until such and such holiday or such and such feast, then that's taken away the imminency of the rapture. And that is not what the Bible teaches. That means that those people are not looking for the rapture today, and the rapture could happen today. I'm going to read some to you from Matthew chapter 24, Jesus' Sermon on the Mount, and everything I'm going to read to you are words spoken out of Jesus' mouth himself. And I want you also to refer to Daniel chapter, well, I don't know, I didn't write down the chapters, but the last days, the end of time that Daniel wrote about. Go find that. And we reading through the Bible together, we're going to be in Daniel very soon. But if you want to look at it now, that's fine. Go look at it now. And Psalm 83 and Revelation chapters 12 and 13. We've already done Psalms. We've already done Revelations. I want to go through Revelation with you again. So many people say they don't understand Revelation, that it doesn't make sense to them. Revelation is clear as a bell. God did not make it confusing or hard to understand. Ask the Holy Spirit to be your tutor as you read it, and He will make it clear to you. And read chapters 12 and 13. That is what's fixing to happen, y'all. Anytime. Everything is set in place already, and several times I thought today would be the day that it would start, that it would begin, but it hadn't happened yet. But tensions are getting tighter and tighter and tighter, and now the United States is saying that they are against a two-state solution. So, y'all, it's going to happen anytime. And the rapture could happen anytime. It is imminent. All right, let's start in Matthew chapter 24. And Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. And Jesus said unto them, this was a new temple that had been built. And Jesus said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. They were proud of this new temple, and they were wanting Jesus to come look at it. And that was Jesus' response to them. As Jesus sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, talking about the temple being, this brand new temple being torn down, said, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming. Jesus had already told him he was going away. He was going to be crucified and he was going away, going to ascend back up into heaven where he came from, and the end of the world. And Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. Y'all, as I read this, listen, keep your ears open to how many times Jesus said, do not let yourself be deceived. He already said it once, and we're just in verse 4. Listen to how many times he said that. The prophecy says in the end, the great deceiver will deceive the world. We're in the end times. Can you see all the deception happening, all the lies being told by governments, by pharmaceutical companies, by all kind of places? Deception is rampant. We are being lied to by everybody. The United States government is almost probably number one about lying to the people. Beware, be alert, be vigilant, my friends. The Bible prophecy is coming true exactly as it was written. All right, verse 5 of Matthew 24. Still Jesus speaking all of this. Every word I read now will be Jesus speaking. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places. We're seeing all of that happen, every bit of that happening, y'all. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. We see that happening. Right now, it's probably worse in India than anywhere else. Y'all pray for the Christians in India. They are being killed, they are being persecuted, they're being tortured. They need our prayers big time. Verse 10, and then many shall be offended. We see that happening every day. People get offended over everything, little nitpicking things. And shall betray one another. We see that happening every day. And shall hate one another. We see that happening all over the world. And many false prophets shall rise. Turn on your TV and you'll see a whole ton of them right there, friends. And shall deceive many. Bam, y'all, that is happening every day. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. That has been done. And then shall the end come. Everything that had to happen before the rapture has happened. The rapture itself is a signless event, but we know when in time the rapture will occur. We don't know the date nor the hour, but we know the season. And everything prophesied that had to happen before Christ's church was removed from earth has happened. The rapture, my friend, is imminent. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet stand in the holy place, whoso readeth, let him understand. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house, neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should be no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened. Then if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, that they shall deceive the very elect. Behold, I have told you before. Wherefore, if they shall say unto you, Behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chambers, believe it not. For as the lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. That, my friend, is the second coming of Christ. The rapture is not his second coming. He's not coming to earth at the time of the rapture. He will meet us in the air. He will not come to the earth until this point in time that I'm reading about now. He shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender, and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. So likewise, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the door. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Then shall two be in the field, and one shall be taken, and the other left. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be taken, and the other left. Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come. So if you're expecting it on a certain day, at a certain holiday or a certain feast, you better watch out. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. Therefore, be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh. Bam, y'all, are you ready? Are you waiting and watching? God bless you, my dear friends.